Meet Rohan, a young and ambitious man who dreamed of becoming a successful businessman. However, his constant talking and bragging about his ideas and plans often led to trouble. He would often argue with his friends and family, and his neighbors would complain about his loud voice. One day, a wise old man from the village called Rohan to his hut and said, "Rohan, my young friend, your talkative nature will lead you to ruin. Be silent, and you will get everything in life." Rohan laughed and ignored the old man's advice, thinking that his way was the only way to succeed. Rohan's life began to unravel. His business ventures failed, his friends abandoned him, and his family struggled to make ends meet. Despite his efforts, he couldn't seem to catch a break. He was on the verge of losing everything, including his home. One day, while sitting in his empty, crumbling house, Rohan remembered the old man's words. He realized that his talkative nature had been the root of all his problems. He decided to take the old man's advice and practice silence. For days, Rohan remained quiet, reflecting on his past mistakes and thinking about how to improve his future. He started helping his neighbors and community without seeking recognition or praise. As Rohan continued to practice silence, he noticed a change within himself. He felt more calm and patient, and his mind was clearer than ever before. He started to see the world from a different perspective, and his relationships with others began to improve. However, his fortunes didn't change overnight. He still struggled to make ends meet, and his house was still on the verge of being repossessed. But Rohan didn't give up. He continued to work hard, help others, and remain silent. One day, while working in his small garden, Rohan discovered a hidden underground water source. He realized that this could be the key to irrigating the entire village's crops and solving their water shortage problem. Rohan's discovery of the underground water source was met with excitement and gratitude from the villagers. They had been struggling with drought for years, and this was a game changer. Rohan's silence and humility had led to a breakthrough that would benefit the entire community. The villagers, led by the wise old man who had first advised Rohan to be silent, came together to help Rohan develop the water source. They worked tirelessly, and soon the village was thriving once again. Rohan's selfless act and continued silence had earned him the respect and admiration of the villagers. They began to call him the Silent Savior and sought his counsel on various matters. As the village prospered, Rohan's reputation spread to neighboring towns and cities. People came from far and wide to seek his advice and guidance. Rohan, still practicing silence, would listen intently and offer wise, thoughtful responses. One day, a wealthy merchant, impressed by Rohan's wisdom, offered him a large sum of money and a grand house in the city. Rohan, remembering the old man's words, declined the offer, saying that true wealth lies in helping others, not in accumulating riches. The merchant was taken aback by Rohan's response but was also deeply moved. He decided to use his wealth to build a hospital, school, and community center in the village, and asked Rohan to oversee the projects. Rohan accepted the responsibility and worked tirelessly to ensure the projects were completed successfully. He continued to practice silence, using his wisdom and compassion to guide the villagers and the merchants' team. The hospital, school, and community center became a beacon of hope for the entire region. People came from far and wide to seek medical attention, education, and community support. Rohan's silence and selflessness had created a ripple effect of kindness and generosity. One day, the merchant, now an old man, came to Rohan and said, "I have one final gift for you. A small, mysterious box that has been passed down through my family for generations. It is said to contain a great blessing, but only for one who has truly understood the power of silence." Rohan received the box with gratitude and curiosity. He opened it, and a bright light filled the room. When the light faded, a small note lay in the box. It read, "The greatest blessing is not wealth or power, but the ability to help others. Your silence has shown you the way. Continue to use your wisdom and compassion to make the world a better place." As Rohan read the note, he felt a deep sense of peace and fulfillment. He realized that his journey of silence had led him to a life of purpose and meaning. He continued to serve the village and beyond, using his gifts to make a positive impact on the world. Years went by, and Rohan's reputation as a wise and compassionate leader spread far and wide. People came to seek his counsel, and he continued to guide them with his silence and wisdom. As the village prospered, Rohan's reputation as a wise and compassionate leader grew. He continued to serve the community, using his silence and wisdom to guide others. One day, a beautiful and kind-hearted woman named Sophia arrived in the village, seeking refuge from a nearby town. Rohan was immediately drawn to her warmth and intelligence, and they began to work together on various projects, silently communicating and understanding each other deeply. Sophia was impressed by Rohan's selflessness and wisdom, and he was drawn to her compassion and grace. As they worked together, their silent understanding grew into a deep and abiding love. The villagers, who had grown fond of Rohan, were overjoyed to see him find happiness with Sophia. One day, the wise old man who had first advised Rohan to be silent approached him with a gentle smile. "Rohan, my young friend," he said, "your silence has brought you wisdom, compassion, and now, love. It is time for you to start a family and pass on your gifts to the next generation." Rohan and Sophia got married in a beautiful ceremony, surrounded by the villagers who had become like family to them. They exchanged vows in silence, their eyes speaking directly to each other's hearts. As they began their new life together, Sophia became pregnant with their first child. Rohan was overjoyed, and his silence became even more profound, as if he was listening to the whispers of the unborn child. The villagers would often see Rohan sitting in silence, his hands on Sophia's belly, as if absorbing the wisdom of the next generation. They knew that his silence was not just a habit, but a powerful tool for connection and understanding. Their child, a boy named Kai, was born with a calm and gentle nature, as if he had inherited his father's silence. Rohan and Sophia were overjoyed, and the villagers celebrated the arrival of the new generation. As Kai grew up, he would often sit with his father in silence, learning the wisdom of the ages. Rohan would point to the stars, the trees, and the rivers, and Kai would understand the language of nature. The villagers would see Rohan and Kai walking together, hand in hand, in complete silence, and they knew that the legacy of wisdom and compassion was in good hands. As Kai grew older, he began to ask his father questions about the world and its ways. Rohan would respond with silence, but his eyes would sparkle with wisdom. Kai would nod, understanding the unspoken answers. One day, a severe storm hit the village, threatening to destroy the crops and homes. The villagers were in a state of panic, but Rohan and Kai sat in silence, watching the storm unfold. Suddenly, Kai stood up and began to walk towards the storm, his father's silence guiding him. He raised his hands, and the winds began to calm, the rain slowing to a gentle patter. The villagers were amazed, realizing that Kai had inherited not only his father's silence but also his wisdom and power. As the storm dissipated, the villagers were amazed by Kai's bravery and quick thinking. He had used his knowledge of the land and his father's silent guidance to redirect the floodwaters and save the village. Rohan beamed with pride, his silence speaking volumes. He knew that Kai had learned the value of hard work, compassion, and community. From that day on, Kai became an integral part of the village's decision-making process, using his natural leadership skills to help resolve disputes and plan for the future. Rohan continued to guide him with his wisdom and silence, and together, they worked towards a brighter future for the village. As the years passed, Kai grew into a wise and compassionate leader, beloved by the villagers. He and his father continued to work together, using their silent understanding to address the village's challenges. One day, a group of travelers passed through the village, seeking refuge from a nearby conflict. Kai and Rohan welcomed them with open arms, providing food and shelter. Among the travelers was a young woman named Ava, who was impressed by the village's harmony and prosperity. She asked Kai and Rohan about their secret, and they smiled, knowing that their silence was the key to their success. Ava was fascinated by the village's unique dynamics and asked if she could stay and learn from them. Kai and Rohan welcomed her, and she began to observe and participate in the village's activities. As she worked alongside the villagers, Ava noticed that their silence was not just a habit, but a powerful tool for communication and understanding. She saw how Rohan's silence could calm a dispute, and how Kai's silence could inspire creativity and collaboration. Ava realized that she had been relying too much on words in her own life and decided to adopt the practice of silence herself. She started by observing one day of silence a week, and soon found that it brought her clarity and peace. As Ava's silence grew, so did her understanding of the village's ways. She began to see the world in a new light, noticing the beauty of nature and the kindness of the villagers. Kai and Rohan noticed her transformation and welcomed her as one of their own. The villagers, too, accepted her with open arms, and she became an integral part of their community. Together, they continued to build a haven of peace and understanding, where silence was the foundation of their harmony. And Ava knew that she had found her forever home, where she could grow in wisdom and compassion, surrounded by the silent wisdom of Rohan and Kai. Years passed, and the village continued to thrive. Ava became a respected member of the community, known for her wisdom and compassion. She, Kai, and Rohan formed a triumvirate of silent leadership, guiding the village with their collective wisdom. As the villagers grew and prospered, they never forgot the lessons they had learned from Rohan's silence. They continued to practice silence, using it to resolve conflicts, foster creativity, and deepen their connections with one another. One day, a group of outsiders came to the village, seeking to learn from their unique way of life. They were amazed by the villagers' harmony and productivity, and asked to know the secret of their success. Kai, Rohan, and Ava smiled, knowing that their silence was the key. They welcomed the outsiders, sharing their wisdom and teaching them the power of silence. And so, the village became a beacon of hope, a place where people could come to learn the art of silence and the wisdom it brings. Rohan's silence, which had once been a curiosity, had become a gift to the world, inspiring generations to come. Once upon a time, there were two friends, Emma and Olivia. They lived in a small town and did everything together. They went to school, played in the park, and had sleepovers at each other's houses. One day, Olivia got a new bike. It was shiny and red, and Emma said, "Wow, that's so cool." But deep down, Emma was a little jealous. She wanted a new bike too. Olivia was so happy with her new bike that she rode it everywhere. She rode it to school, to the park, and even to Emma's house. Emma would watch her ride by and feel a little left out. Then, on Olivia's birthday, she got a new dress. It was very pretty and sparkly. Emma said, "Oh, that's nice," but she didn't mean it. She was jealous again. Olivia didn't notice that Emma was being a little distant. She thought Emma was just busy with other things. But Emma was feeling more and more jealous every day. She started to make excuses not to spend time with Olivia. She would say, "I have homework," or "I'm not feeling well." Olivia thought Emma was just going through a phase, but really, Emma was struggling with her jealousy. Olivia was happy to have her new dress and bike, and she wanted to share her joy with Emma. She invited Emma to go for a bike ride with her, but Emma said, "No, I'm not feeling well." Olivia thought Emma was just tired, so she didn't push her to come. The next day, Olivia wore her new dress to school, and everyone complimented her on how pretty she looked. Emma said, "Yes, it's nice," but she didn't mean it. She was feeling jealous again. One day, Olivia's bike got a flat tire, and she asked Emma to help her fix it. Emma said, "I don't know how to fix bikes," even though she knew how to do it. Olivia thought Emma was just not good at fixing things, so she didn't ask her again. As time went on, Emma started to find small ways to ruin Olivia's fun. She would hide Olivia's bike helmet or move her bike to a different place. Olivia thought it was just a mistake, but really, Emma was being a little mean. Olivia was confused. She thought Emma was her friend, but Emma was starting to act strange. She didn't know why Emma was being so distant and mean. One day, Olivia met a new student in her class named Jack. He was friendly and funny, and they started talking. They discovered they had a lot in common and became fast friends. Olivia was happy to have someone to share her thoughts and feelings with, and Jack was a good listener. They started sitting together at lunch and playing together during recess. Emma noticed that Olivia was spending more and more time with Jack, and her jealousy grew. She thought, why is Olivia spending so much time with him? Doesn't she know I'm her best friend? But Olivia didn't realize Emma was feeling this way. She thought Emma was just busy with other things. As Olivia and Jack's friendship grew, Emma's jealousy grew too. She started to think, why did Olivia find a new friend so easily? Why did she find someone so handsome and nice? Emma didn't know that Jack was a kind and friendly person who liked everyone. She just saw that Olivia was happy with him, and it made her feel left out. One day, Olivia invited Jack to join her and Emma for a picnic in the park. Emma was surprised and didn't know what to say. She didn't want to share Olivia's attention with Jack, but she didn't want to be rude either. As they sat down on the blanket, Emma tried to join in the conversation, but Jack and Olivia were laughing and talking like they had known each other forever. Emma felt like an outsider. She started to make excuses to get up and leave, but Olivia kept saying, "Just 5 more minutes, Emma, or let's take one more photo." Emma felt like she was losing her best friend to this new person. She didn't know how to handle it. As they finished the picnic and said their goodbyes, Emma felt a pang of jealousy. Why was Olivia spending so much time with Jack? Didn't she care about their friendship anymore? Little did Emma know, Jack had noticed her behavior and was talking to Olivia about it. "Hey, Olivia, is everything okay with Emma? She seems a bit upset." Olivia looked concerned. "I don't know, Jack. I thought she was just busy with other things. But maybe there's something going on that I don't know about." Emma started thinking of ways to create confusion between Jack and Olivia. She wanted to make them doubt each other's friendship. One day, Emma accidentally sent a text to Olivia, pretending it was from Jack. The text said, "Hey, can we meet up alone today? I need to talk to you about something important." Olivia was confused. She didn't know why Jack would want to meet up alone. She showed the text to Emma, who pretended to be concerned. "That's weird. Maybe Jack is having some problems and needs your help." Olivia decided to meet up with Jack, and Emma followed them from a distance. She saw them talking and laughing together and felt a surge of jealousy. The next day, Emma accidentally sent a text to Jack, pretending it was from Olivia. The text said, "Hey, I need some space. Can we take a break from hanging out for a while?" Jack was confused. He didn't know why Olivia would suddenly need space. He showed the text to Olivia, who was equally confused. "That's not what I meant at all. I think someone is playing a trick on us." Emma was happy to see the confusion between her friends. She thought, "This is perfect. Now they will start doubting each other's friendship, and I can finally have Olivia all to myself." Jack and Olivia decided to talk to each other and clear up the confusion. They met up at the park and showed each other the texts. They both realized that someone was playing a trick on them. "I knew it," Olivia said. "I knew something was off about those texts." "Definitely not cool," Jack agreed. "But who would do something like that?" They both thought for a moment, and then their eyes met. "Emma," they said in unison. They couldn't believe their friend would do something so mean. They decided to confront Emma and find out why she was trying to ruin their friendship. As they walked towards Emma's house, they felt a mix of emotions. They were angry, but also worried about their friend. What was going on with Emma that made her behave like this? When they arrived at Emma's house, they took a deep breath and knocked on the door. Emma opened it, looking nervous. "Hey, guys. What's up?" "Emma, we need to talk," Jack said, his voice firm but gentle. Olivia added, "We know what you did, Emma. We know you sent those texts." Emma's face turned red, and she looked down, avoiding their eyes. I don't know what you're talking about." But Jack and Olivia knew the truth. And they were determined to get to the bottom of it. "Come on, Emma," Jack said, his voice firm but friendly. "We know it was you. Why are you trying to ruin our friendship?" Emma looked up, her eyes flashing with anger. "I'm not trying to ruin anything," she snapped. I just don't want to be left out, okay?" Olivia's expression softened. "Emma, we're not leaving you out. We're just making a new friend. Why can't you be happy for us?" Emma's face crumpled, and she burst into tears. Because I've always been the one you come to first. And now you're just ignoring me." Jack and Olivia exchanged a surprised glance. They had no idea Emma felt this way. "Emma, that's not true," Olivia said, hugging her friend. "We value our friendship with you so much. But we can't just stop making new friends because of it." Emma sniffled and pulled away. I know that. It's just, I feel like I'm losing my best friend." Jack's eyes widened in understanding. "Emma, we're not replacing you. We're just expanding our friend circle. And we want you to be a part of it." Emma looked up, a glimmer of hope in her eyes. "Really?" Olivia nodded. "Of course, really. Now, let's start fresh and work on building a stronger friendship than ever before." Emma smiled, a small, tentative smile. Okay, let's do it." As they hugged it out, Jack's phone buzzed in his pocket. He pulled it out to see a text from an unknown number. "Unknown number?" Olivia asked, curiosity piqued. "Yeah," Jack said, frowning. "It says, You think you fixed things, but you're just getting started. Emma's eyes widened. What does that mean? Jack shrugged. No idea, but it's definitely weird. Olivia's mind raced. Could it be someone from school playing a prank? Maybe, Jack said, but what if it's something more? Emma's face paled. Like what? Jack hesitated. I don't know, but I think we should be careful. This could be the start of something bigger. As they stood there, unsure of what to do next, the unknown number sent another text. You'll find out soon enough. Just remember, you can't trust everyone. The three friends exchanged nervous glances. Who was behind these cryptic messages? And what did they want? Okay, this is getting creepy, Olivia said, her voice barely above a whisper. Totally, Emma agreed. We need to figure out who's doing this. Jack nodded. I'll try to trace the number, but I doubt it'll be easy. As they stood there, trying to come up with a plan, the unknown number sent another text. Meet me at the old oak tree in the park at midnight. Come alone. Emma's eyes widened. No way. We're not falling for that. Olivia shook her head. Yeah, that's just asking for trouble. But Jack's expression was thoughtful. Guys, what if this is our chance to finally get some answers? Emma and Olivia exchanged a skeptical glance. You're not seriously considering going, are you? Emma asked. Jack hesitated. I don't know. Part of me thinks we should at least check it out. Olivia frowned. But what if it's a trap? Jack sighed. I know it's a risk, but what if it's our only chance to uncover the truth? As they stood there, weighing the pros and cons, the unknown number sent another text. Midnight. Be there, alone. The three friends looked at each other, unsure of what to do next. I'm telling you, it's a bad idea, Emma said, her voice firm. I know it's risky, but what if we're missing something important? Jack countered. Olivia sighed. Let's compromise. We'll go, but not alone. We'll go together, and we'll be prepared for anything. Jack nodded. That's a good idea. Let's do it. The three friends made a plan to meet at the old oak tree in the park at midnight, ready for whatever might come their way. As they parted ways, Emma couldn't shake off the feeling of unease. Something didn't feel right. At midnight, they met at the old oak tree, their flashlights casting eerie shadows on the ground. Okay, let's get this over with, Emma said, her voice barely above a whisper. As they waited, a figure emerged from the darkness. The figure was shrouded in shadows, making it impossible to discern any defining features. Jack, Olivia, and Emma exchanged nervous glances, their hearts racing with anticipation. Who are you? Jack called out, his voice firm but cautious. The figure slowly stepped forward, its presence seeming to fill the space around them. As it moved into the faint moonlight, they saw that it was a woman with long, flowing hair and a white dress that seemed to glow in the darkness. Welcome, friends, she said, her voice low and mysterious. I've been waiting for you. Emma took a step back, her eyes fixed on the woman with a mix of fear and curiosity. "Who are you?" she repeated. The woman smiled, her lips curling up in a subtle, enigmatic smile. "I am the one who has been guiding you. The one who has been sending you messages." Olivia's eyes narrowed. "What do you want from us?" The woman's smile grew wider. "I want to show you the truth. The truth about your friendship, about your lives, and about the secrets that have been hidden from you." Jack's eyes locked onto the woman, his mind racing with questions. "What secrets?" The woman's laughter was like a soft breeze on a summer night. "Ah, my dear friends. You have no idea what lies beneath the surface of your lives. But I'm here to reveal it all to you." "Reveal what?" Emma asked, her voice barely above a whisper. The woman's smile grew even wider. "The secrets that have been hidden from you. The secrets about your past, your present, and your future." Olivia took a step forward, her eyes fixed on the woman. "What do you mean?" The woman's laughter was like a soft breeze on a summer night. "Ah, my dear friends. You have no idea what lies beneath the surface of your lives. But I'm here to reveal it all to you. The secrets about your families, your friends, and even yourselves." Jack's eyes narrowed. "What do you want in return?" The woman's smile grew even wider. "Oh, I don't want anything in return. I just want to show you the truth. The truth that will set you free." Emma's eyes were fixed on the woman, her mind racing with questions. "What do you mean by the truth that will set us free?" The woman's laughter was like a soft breeze on a summer night. "Ah, my dear friends. You will see. You will see that your lives have been a lie. A lie that has been hidden from you for so long. But I'm here to reveal it all to you." As the woman spoke, the air around them seemed to grow thick with an eerie, unsettling energy. The three friends exchanged nervous glances, unsure of what to make of the woman's enigmatic words. Suddenly, the woman raised her hand, and the air around them seemed to shimmer and distort. The three friends felt a strange sensation, like they were being pulled through a vortex. "What's happening?" Emma cried out, her voice trembling with fear. The woman's laughter echoed through the air. "You're being shown the truth," she said, her voice dripping with mystery. "The truth about your lives, your families, and your friends." As they stumbled through the distorted air, the three friends saw visions of their past, present, and future. They saw secrets and lies, hidden truths and shocking revelations. Olivia gasped as she saw a vision of her parents, hiding a secret from her. Jack's eyes widened as he saw a vision of his best friend, betraying him. And Emma's face went pale as she saw a vision of her own future, filled with danger and uncertainty. The visions stopped as suddenly as they started, leaving the three friends stunned and reeling. What just happened?" Emma stammered. The woman's smile was still fixed on her face. "You've seen the truth," she said. "Now you know what lies beneath the surface of your lives." As they stumbled backward, trying to process what they had just seen, the woman vanished into thin air, leaving them alone in the darkness. As they stumbled backward, trying to process what they had just seen, they heard a faint whisper in the wind. "Remember, the truth will set you free, but it will also destroy you." And with that, the darkness seemed to swallow them whole. When they opened their eyes again, they found themselves back in their normal lives, but nothing was the same. They couldn't shake off the feeling that something was watching them, waiting for them to uncover the secrets that lay hidden. They tried to move on, but the visions haunted them. They started to investigate, digging deeper into their past and present, and what they found was shocking. Their families, their friends, even themselves, everything was a lie. A web of deceit and secrets that went far beyond what they could have imagined. In the end, they realized that the truth was too much to handle. It destroyed them, consumed them, and left them with nothing but the bitter taste of reality. And as they disappeared into the darkness, the whisper in the wind seemed to grow louder, echoing through eternity. "Remember, the truth will set you free, but it will also destroy you."